Now, I know what you're going to say. Really, Nick, another name change. You couldn't be satisfied with Tasty Snackies or Tasty MTG or the Mandadorks podcast, and now you're back to Tasty Snackies again. And I get it. It's annoying just to see that shit happen over and over again. And it's very apparent because I can see through my views on my channel how they've been dwindling slowly over the past year or so. You know, it's very obvious that my inconsistencies are only harming this channel. But I have a point for this video and for the things that I've been doing specifically. First up, why is the name change reverted back to Tasty Snackies? And, well, to be honest, it's because I'm just kind of fucking done with Magic the Gathering in general. If you haven't been paying attention to this channel at all lately for the past, I don't know, since I've really uploaded regularly on it, I haven't been the kindest to Wizards of the Coast, and that's because they just are not the most kind to their enfranchised players, and they make idiotic business decisions, and they constantly revert on those decisions, and it just, after years and years of confusion, I'm just kind of done and over with it, you know? And I'm not saying the confusion is the end-all be-all here. It's just everything that's been culminating for years now. If you look back on the things I've been complaining about, or like even if you just go back in older episodes of the Mandadorks podcast, you can see that it's very apparent what my criticisms of the company are, and they've just been compounding over the years. And I just realized with this newest master set that it's never going to stop. They're only going to keep moving forward. They're going to keep pricing out people just to see how much money they can really get out of us, because they don't care about us players. They only care about how much money we can give them. And I'm just not about that. I love Magic the Gathering. It's quite possibly the greatest game of all time. Like, hands down. I don't even have to fucking think about it. Magic is the greatest game of all time. But it's ran by one of the most idiotic and unsympathetic companies fucking ever. Does this mean I'm done with the Mandadorks podcast? No, not at all. I plan to continue on with new episodes. I have a new channel that's going to be featuring all the episodes in the future, so that way we're not, like, you know, diluting different types of content on this channel, because I have yet to decide what I want this channel to be, even though I've been running it for 2 fucking years. But I decided I don't want to do Magic on it anymore, and I don't want Magic content to continue to dilute my library that I have on this channel. So Mandadorks podcast is going on a new channel. The live streams will still happen on this channel until I can get permissions on that new Mandadorks podcast channel, so that way I can just start live streaming on there and stop confusing all of you with my random bullshit. Now, for the real meat of this video, and in terms of accepting responsibility for myself and the actions that I've been doing for the past year and a half, we have to turn the clocks back all the way to last August, to when I made my I Don't Like Bad Boy MTG video. I don't have it available on my channel right now, but it is unlisted, and if I remember while I'm editing this or posting it, I'll be sure to throw a link down in the description, so that way you guys can still watch it and get the context of the situation. But a little over a year ago, like last August, I was talking to Unsleeved Media, and at the time, Unsleeved Media was scrutinizing this guy for using fake repacks. And me at the time, I was all about that, like, Magic content and, like, jumping on the drama train and essentially sucking off of Unsleeved Media, being a whatever the parasite is that hangs off of sharks. I was kind of like that. And so I took it upon myself to take advantage of this situation and make a video on it. There was a little bit of a nudge from Unsleeved Media, and that's really what kind of got the ball rolling for me to make it, because I saw in my eyes, it was like, oh god, this huge channel over here is requesting that I put the effort in towards a video about this guy, so if I do so, it may end up benefiting me in the future. So a lot of YouTubers do this, and does that make it right? No, not really, because I essentially got manipulated into doing it, but at the same time, I manipulated myself into doing it, and I'll get into that later. But the blame doesn't entirely fall on him, and for the longest time, I thought in my mind that it did. I thought in my mind that I got swindled into making this video about someone else saying these very rude things when I didn't take accountability upon myself. So why did I even get frustrated, and why am I even here, like, I understand it's a bit confusing and that this story is a bit disjointed, but to refocus, I made this video on Bad Boy MTG, and while I was in the process of making this video, I was gathering information and I was grabbing screen grabs and I was getting information from other people and trying to collect my sources and trying to do my quote-unquote due diligence, but not really, but I'll explain in a little bit. But effectively, I made a video spewing out incorrect information, disparaging someone else's name entirely, and in the end, it backfired on me. Not like completely, not totally. It didn't like leave me with this exodus of subscribers. It just left a hole in my heart knowing that I fucked over this guy by lying about him on the internet, and I'm not doing anything about it. And without getting into too many details, I'll go into it a little bit. There's this kid that's pretty much the main focus of that drama from like over a year ago between Unsleeved Media, Bad Boy MTG, and myself. And this kid's name was Elijah. And I'm saying his name because his name has been said on all these other videos, on all these other channels repeatedly. And this Elijah kid effectively doctored an image to make it look like that Bad Boy MTG was faking shit, or not a image, but a video. And it was good enough that it fooled both me and Unsleeved Media. And then after I posted the video, quote unquote, exposing Bad Boy MTG for his fake repacks with this video evidence that we had gotten from Elijah Marvin, that kid came back to me and he found me and he contacted me and he asked me to, you know, rescind this fake information. And I was like, what do you mean exactly? And I was prying him, and I would show the Facebook messages, but I don't feel like sharing personal information. I've already done that in another video and it's kind of scummy to do. But this kid proved to me by showing me his school ID that he was in fact faking these images and these videos in order to disparage another person. I was asking him why, and he said he was just doing it for fun. I don't know. It's really fucked up. Like, I'm trying not to get into too many details because I don't want to delve too much into anybody's personal information and get anyone in trouble or make them worry or anything like that. But I understand that it's kind of hard to believe me just like rambling into this microphone a year after the fucking matter of the fact. But I mean, it is true, at least on my end. And so just this entire legacy of talking with this Elijah kid over the course of months, because I'm terrible at communication and I'm really good at procrastinating, it just kind of, like I said before, snowballed. And in my head, I was thinking to myself, I was like, how could I let myself get manipulated to this point? And I just let it mull in my brain over and over again, to the point where I convinced myself that I was manipulated in this situation by Unsleeved Media, as if he were some evil guy trying to put me in between a rock and a hard place, when in all reality, we're all just fucking making YouTube videos, shit posting about each other, and we all made a fucking mistake. And nobody's really owned up to it, but I feel like owning up to it today because, I don't know, I need to get it off my chest. It's one of the main fucking reasons why I haven't been uploading consistently in this channel since I really did the I don't like Bad Boy MTG video. To be honest, if you go back in my catalog, which I know it's kind of hard to see because I've deleted some videos and hidden some, but if you go back to at least a year ago, you can see that the content drip was slower and slower and slower and slower, and I would get like a 1 to 2 month period where I wouldn't fucking upload anything at all. And it came down to a point where I couldn't upload anything to this channel because of just like depression and just guilt and everything else just piling on top of itself. It got to the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm going to shit out this low effort podcast weekly and we're just going to call it good. And I decided, you know, I can't do that. I've been telling myself for months now that I need to make this right. And so this is what I'm doing. I'm going to try and make it right. First off, I'm going to make a formal apology to Bad Boy MTG or Bad Boy Gaming. I don't know what he goes by on YouTube now, but I apologize for disparaging you and sharing false information when I should have done my due diligence and I should have contacted you personally and gotten your side of the story. That was very unfair of me, and like in the future, if I ever plan on doing another drama video again, which I don't really fucking plan on doing, I'm going to at least try to make an effort to make sure that I have all of my ducks in a row, because it severely backfired on me without doing it that one specific time. I also need to apologize to Elijah for him being in this situation and for me taking so long to make this right, because I had been talking to him for so long and I've been promising, I was like, yeah, I'm going to make this video. It's going to be fucking great. And I'm going to redeem you. I'm going to redeem myself. And I never did until now. So I need to apologize to him for stringing him along, because it's not right. I kind of fucked him over in this situation, kind of like how he fucked me and Jeremy over. I also need to apologize to Rogue Deck Builder, Kevin, over there. Not because I slighted him or in any way, or at least not that I know of, but it's also due to my procrastination that I've mentioned before, and also my laziness. And for those of you that don't know, I used to make videos for Rogue Deck Builder. I still kind of do. Like, I kind of do. Like, that's kind of where I'm getting at. I was trying to commit to making Magic the Gathering content for him, because as I've stated on this channel many times, I kind of don't want to do Magic content on this channel anymore. So I was going to make deck techs for his channel. And every time that I would find the inspiration to do a deck tech, I would find something to take me out of it. And I don't know whether it was like something in the news for Magic the Gathering that would just like bring me down, or I would get in the middle of making the video and then just lose track, or just lose the passion to complete it. But I have like 8 or 9 videos on this computer right now that's right in front of me that are almost done, ready to go, but I just need to like finish doing a voiceover here or there. And like this newest video that I have been working on is from a Pauper event from 2 weeks ago on MTG Arena, and I still may end up finishing the video because I've fucking put the time into it, so I may as well fucking finish it. But it's just the fact that I don't know. I can't genuinely tell you why I am the way that I am. I just know that I've just haven't been able to finish a video in quite some time. And I've made endless promises to you, Kevin, specifically, because I know you're watching this. And I apologize for not following through on them. I apologize for not being consistent. I apologize for just being shitty in general. And finally, I need to apologize to Unsleeved Media, or Jeremy, or The Quartering, who the fuck ever, you know, whatever he's going to go by these days. And mostly I need to apologize for taking my frustrations out on him completely unfairly, and for being kind of a dick when I didn't need to be. You know, I had perceived that I was taken advantage of, when in all reality, I just let the thoughts fester in my head over and over again, and I am just so bad with conflict and communication that it just blew up in my own head and made me assume that this person was bad, and that they weren't necessarily out to get me, but they were a detriment to my life. And while that isn't necessarily 100% false or true or whatever, I'm a bit disjointed right now. The fact of the matter is, I did those things, I said things that I shouldn't have done, when ultimately I needed to take responsibility upon myself. And that's kind of the focus of this video, is taking responsibility. And not only do I need to take responsibility of, you know, being a fuck up in the past, but I also need to take responsibility of this channel, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this fucking channel. But hopefully I will in the future. Hopefully I can find a beat. Hopefully I can find a style that works for me. But I just know that magic is not in the cards. It's a bad pun, I know. But it's not in the cards for me in the future of this channel. So I appreciate all of you listening to my diatribes and listening to me fucking ramble on about other bullshit yet again for update video number 6,485. Anyways, my name is Tasty Snackies. You all have been wonderful. And I'll catch you on the flip side.